My name is Nathan Waldschmidt, and I'm from Campbellsport High School, and I will be competing in the event of public speaking. Now, when I think about FBLA and the key concepts of this multifaceted organization, I think of two things. One of which is the confidence that it instills in its members, and the second one is the pride that it brings back to the schools. Building off that first key concept, which is building confidence in students, it really hits home with me because when I started high school, I felt lost. I felt like I had no understanding of myself and I had no understanding of what my talents were. And initially, I thought my overall talent was test taking. And I figured that if I could breeze through any test freshman year without any studying, I'd look it over 30 seconds before the test and I'd be great. I'd pass with flying colors. So when my mom made the decision that I would have to do FBLA, I said, let's take a test. Let's go for it. Try it. Try our hardest. And so I went in super confident because I've been doing this for my whole life, winging it, looking at the materials 30 seconds before the test and getting it done. But later we will figure out that when we went to regionals, I didn't even get mentioned in the top 8. And I was crushed. My heart was broken. I said, I thought this is where I'd belong, but it's not apparently. I don't belong anywhere. What should I do with my life? And I just was sad and down in the dumps for a good 2 months until I had my FBLA teacher, Miss Peterson, in class. And I screwed around in class all the time. And she said, hey, Nathan, why don't you try impromptu speaking? Because you talk so much in class. And I was like, Miss Pete, you might have an idea there. And so I went into public impromptu speaking my next year of high school, which was my sophomore year. And I felt confident. I walked into that place and I was like, I own this place. This is going to be great. And then right as I stepped in the building, everything was gone. My confidence was gone. Everything was drained from me. I was overly nervous. I was anxious, and I was falling apart as a human being until I stepped into that room. And when I stepped in that room, I said, "Do or die." And ever since that day, that do or die concept has been instilling confidence in me throughout and throughout. It has helped me reach so many goals I can't even imagine reaching. Some of them include talking at our school board meeting to get a new soccer field. Another one includes emceeing our end of the year pep rally, which I never would have been able to do without FBLA. My second concept, which is equally as important as the first one, is instilling pride in your school. As you already know, my first day of high school, I was lost. I felt no recognition of myself, and I did what every other 14-year-old would think walking into high school, and I said, let's screw off. But what makes my story unique is that my mother is also a teacher at my high school, which instills a few problems in itself. A couple of them which include always getting picked on because your mom's right there, thinking that you get out of everything because your mom's here, and the list goes on and on. But so I did what every other logical 14-year-old would think, and I think, screw off. That's how I get friends because I look at the cool kids and they don't care. They just screw off. They walk around. They yell. They do whatever. And my favorite one that I used to do is not try at all in school. And my mom, this was also her favorite. But I would soon realize that this was not what I wanted to do with my life because my brother got diagnosed with TCALL, which is a rare form of blood cancer. And that had taught me a very, very valuable life lesson that day, which was that every day is a gift and not a given right. And so I looked up on the internet how to change my life. And the number one thing they said was to change my role models. And so I looked at my previous role models, which were slackers. They just screwed around, but they were cool. But then I looked at one kid who was cool, and he did all of his work, and he was an overall good student. Everybody loved him. His name was Connor Kissinger, and he did FBLA. And he really taught me. He explained everything what I needed to do, and he told me all these crazy cool FBLA stories, and I was like, I want to be you. How do I become you? And he said, do something every single day that'll bring you closer to your dreams. And if it does not bring you closer to your dreams, why are you doing it? And I agreed with him on that full-heartedly, and I really took that to heart. And so now I'm working every single day to increase my chances of reaching my dreams. But with this FBLA experience and getting success in FBLA, it has really instilled a pride of my school because I've been able to represent my school in such a way. And FBLA, in conclusion, has really changed my life in more ways than you can imagine. And I believe that the more kids that we can get in FBLA, the better the world will be. And I think that these concepts that FBLA has impacted me in so many ways, and they would impact everybody if everybody would just believe in FBLA and try it out. Thank you very much, judges. Have a great rest of your day.